What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This is Scott Porter coming to you with a small message before the rest of today's unboxing video. Yesterday, during the first 2 days of this awesome Clicksgiving unboxing series, I was able to show a bonus piece off from a set that is arriving in 2022. However, I told you that the Daredevil with the giant sword was from the Disney Plus What If set and that it was coming in 2021. I want you to excuse me. I had worked 2 different voiceover sessions that day before shooting almost 4 hours of videos for you guys, a day before leaving the United States to come to Toronto for a couple of months. My head was swimming and I misspoke. That is completely on me. I have not seen the Disney What If series, so when I saw Daredevil with the big sword, I thought, sure, why not? Not recognizing that that sword was actually Heimdall's sword. And that Daredevil, of course, is from War of the Realms, where the other 8 realms have come to Midgard to battle it out. They're led by Malekith, and of course, against all of the forces and heroes that we have here on Earth. So, there are 3 more pieces coming your way from War of the Realms, which arrives in 2022, as well as other chases and a ton of stuff from this set, Empyre. I hope you guys enjoy the unboxing series, and without further ado, away we go. Peace from the north. Enjoy the series.
What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This once again is Scott Porter, back for day number 3 of our new unboxing series for Marvel's Empyre event, coming to you from HeroClix. That is right. It is also Clicksgiving all week long. So we've got some special bonus stuff to show you after we open these 2 beautiful boosters here today. We've already done 2 days worth of unboxings of the boosters, as well as a special additional video dealing with the Empyre miniatures game, which was really, really cool. I can't wait to get my hands on that and to play with it. And I know that you guys are feeling the same way. This particular set, Marvel's Empyre HeroClix set, will be hopefully coming to you in early December for pre-releases and be available to buy from your local comic book shops and your local gaming stores in mid-December, hopefully in time for the holidays. That would be a happy HeroClix holiday indeed. Today we have a couple of bonus pieces. Like I said, we've got a bonus prime from this set that I don't believe is in my booster that WizKids sent along, that what they wanted to share with you. I also have an additional piece from the next HeroClix set that's coming out in 2021 to show off to you as well. We still have to deal with legacy cards. We'll be doing that tomorrow in day 4. And yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying this series as much as I have. The event itself, like I said, is kind of middle of the road for me, but great individual moments. And I was able to share a lot of those with you on the last video when I got to share Carol Danvers' Accuser with you, or I got to share She-Hulk's very tragic end and then rebirth that happened throughout the Empyre event. I got to share with you a little bit of history from the Kree and the Skrull, and 2 long loved characters with Beldan and Raxor, their rivalry and eventual friendship that led to uniting the Kree and Skrull armadas, basically, and it was their sacrifice, really, that was able to do it. We've gotten a version of Hulkling, but not Emperor Hulkling, I guess we would call him, so there's still a lot to be seen in the set. Let's get right into it today. Happy Clicksgiving, everybody. All right, let's see what we have in booster number 5. I think it's booster number 5, yeah, right? All right, let's see here. Oh, sweet! Yes! Okay. All right. I will take as many of these generics as I could possibly get. We got a Kree Soldier. That's cool. We got Human Torch, which I've been wondering if we were going to get more of the Fantastic Four in this set. You know, we got the Thing on day 1, but he was in his Guardians of the Galaxy getup. Here we go with Jean Grey, which is an interesting character choice for me. And even more so, an interesting character choice is Jubilee, because I know that Empyre has an X-Men storyline that you can go read, an X-Men Empyre mini, but Jubilee and Jean Grey weren't really involved in those. However, Jean Grey, as we saw with Beldan the other day, The Kree and Skrull were involved in the trial of Jean Grey, the trial of Phoenix. And so I think it's really cool that she is included here. And then, yes, we do. We have Deadpool with his new buddy, Gwenpool's old pet. Here, let me put him over here. Jeff, the land shark. Yes, I cannot wait to talk to you about Jeff the land shark, who is like a crazy cult following all his own now, as he should. He's very cute. He is a very cute little land shark, and yes, I'm so glad he's on a HeroClix sculpt. So we already covered the Kree soldier, so I'll set him to the side. Remember, Beldan is a captain and gives them pluses on damage and attack, gives them a 12 attack, 3 damage with a running shot. All those Kree soldiers that you can fit onto a team with Beldan is going to be pretty cool. I can't wait to see more captain ally mechanics in this particular set. Now let's see. Let's go with Jubilee, actually, and this is awesome. I just took a look at the card. In the last set that we got prior to this, we had a lot of mutants and a lot of space stuff. And it looks like we're continuing that with this particular set as we have more mutants and more space stuff. This is Jubilee, and in the last set we had a new mechanic called Rally Die. And I was wondering if we would see it again, and yes, we are right now. Jubilee has Excalibur, Generation X, X-Men, and Mystical Keywords, set number 34. She comes in at 75 or 35 points, and she has Rally. Opposing attack rolls. Free. Remove Jubilee's Rally Die. If you do, she can use probability control until your next turn on opposing attack rolls. Pretty cool. Disorienting Blast. Incapacitate. When she uses it to give action tokens after resolutions, hit characters can't use team abilities until your next turn. Nice. I like that she's muting other people's team abilities. That's pretty cool. She got the X-Men team ability. And if you're not familiar or you weren't around for the last set, I will read the Rally mechanic for you very quickly before we move on. Rally. Once per roll for each die in a finalized attack roll and for all characters with a matching Rally die and trait color printed under their trait star, after resolutions you may choose a friendly character to gain a matching Rally die. Rally trait colors specify which attack type they can gain Rally dice from. Blue, friendly attack rolls. Red, opposing attack rolls. And green, all attack rolls. When a character gains a Rally die, place a die with the matching result on their card. So a finalized attack roll that includes a 5 gives her a Rally die. And then on opposing attack rolls, it can be utilized so she can use probability control until your next turn. So Rally dies are back. They're sticking as a part of the set. That's cool to see that mechanic continue on. So now we've got captains, sidekicks, allies, and we've got Rally dies coming into play. We've got another X-Man here, and yes, she too also has the Rally die mechanic. It's Jean Grey. I love the way they sculpted her hair. I think that's awesome. It really does. It looks like she's levitating down to you. Her hair is kind of going up in that upwards fashion. You've seen Jean Grey on covers or in panels of X-Men with that hair floating as she's coming down to the ground so many times. Great sculpt choice, I think. Let's take a look at her card here. She has Phoenix Force and X-Men keywords. She also has Rally. The trait on a result of 5, she can gain a Rally die with that on that. Opposing attack rolls. Free. Remove Jean Grey's Rally die. If you do, this turn, while Jean Grey hits, after resolutions, deal each hit character 1 penetrating damage. So it's granting her penetrating damage. She does only have 1 arrow, so it says for each hit character, but it seems as though she's only going to be hitting 1. Only 30 points, only 4 clicks long. Expected Jean Grey to be a little bit thicker than that dial-wise. Still, the Rally die mechanic is there, so we're continuing on with that for all of the mutants. And next, we have a non-mutant who is going to be having a Rally die. That is right. Human Torch. Take a look at his sculpt real quick. I love how that 4 is a different color and is really popping on his chest. That's a great sculpt. At the beginning of the road to Empyre, where you follow the Fantastic Four as they're just learning about this Kree-Skrull alliance before they go to the world where the Profiteer is. I talked about that a little bit in day 1. They run out of gas. Their ship runs out of gas, which I guess it happens to the best of us, right? Reed forgot to fill up at the last intergalactic station, and they run out of gas, and Johnny has to go out and light a beacon in outer space, and he goes, "Yep, that's me, road flare guy." But he lights up like this. He flies out there, and he always makes that 4, and that's what's really popping out on that chest for me. So let's take a look at his card. Human Torch has Avengers, Fantastic Four, Negative Zone, which is awesome. That comes from Hickman's run. Spider-Man Family, Celebrity, and Herald. Rally Die trait. This activates on a 4. Opposing attack rolls. When Human Torch hits, you may remove his rally die to deal penetrating damage. So for that attack. And remember, he'll be gaining rally dies per the rally die mechanic on the back there. Once per roll for each die in a finalized attack roll, and for all characters with the matching rally die and trait color printed under their trait star. So he's waiting for a 4 to come up on a finalized attack roll to gain one of those dice and then be able to use it eventually. Look at the dial there, 7 clicks long, running shot. Doesn't have any penetrating side blast, so he's going to be really counting on that rally die mechanic. Comes in at 75 or 35 points to be able to get the most out of him. I think I'd still be using the top end of the dial, but you really got to be counting on those 4s. Okay, last but not least in this first booster of the day, we have Deadpool. And let me pull out, because we did get a token for Jeff the Land Shark. Jeff the Land Shark was actually engineered by MODOK when he was going through his Brodok phase. Yeah, he was calling himself Brodok, Brodok, and he created this entire army, actually, of like little land sharks. But Gwenpool was a member of the West Coast Avengers at the time, which was a weird Avengers book to start with. But she found Jeff, fell in love with him. I think she sent him to like an animal sanctuary for a little while, where it was like the Island of Monsters or something like that, where he could live safely for a little bit. And now he's with Deadpool. So we'll take a look at the Deadpool sculpt here. Holding the land shark. You can see his little stubby legs sticking off of there. Oh, this is great. This is my new favorite sculpt. Absolutely. Just because we have a land shark in sculpt form. That's awesome. Okay, Deadpool's card. Deadpool Core, Assassin, Monster, and Ruler. Has a trait, to be honest, this is way overdue. Sideline active. When a friendly character of 75 points or more with the monster keyword is KO'd, after resolutions, you may generate Deadpool on his red starting line from your sideline in that character's square. Okay, hold on a second. So, when a friendly character of 75 points or more with the monster keyword is KO'd, Deadpool just pops up in their spot? That's crazy. Also has a trait, free, once per game, generate a Jeff bystander. Why do any of us try to kill a monster king, son? For money! Swords went in and somehow hit nothing important. I always love reading all of his powers there. He's a wild card. And Jeff himself has a trait, gross but awesome. When Jeff is KO'd by an opposing attack for the rest of the game, Deadpool can use Flurry and Steal Energy and may heal past his starting line. Oh, I see now. He's got a little bit of a vampire dial. The red line is where he has to start if he's coming in off of the sideline. He can heal past that. Definitely can use it after Jeff goes down. But Jeff's not so bad on his own. Jeff has Charge. Jeff has Flurry. Jeff has Toughness and Exploit. you know, there's a saying that if a shark stops moving, it dies. And so in the books, Jeff never stops moving. And I think this charge is a way to show that he's just always going to be running around the board. That's really, really cool. My favorite sculpt of the set now, and yes, King of the Monsters, Deadpool, and Jeff the Land Shark. That's wonderful. Okay, moving on. Whew. Booster number 6. Oh man, we're over halfway done now. Over halfway done already. I never wanted to quit. It's like Christmas morning, you know? It's like you get a brand new brick. You just want to see what's inside it. What's inside? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? I mean, that wasn't a happy moment in that film, but it's a happy moment for me right now. So, okay. Man, look at the hero to villain ratio, though. We got to get more bad guys. Got to get more bad guys. Okay, let's see. We've got, oh, yep, Spider-Man. We've got, oh, that's cool. We got a Storm here. So we are getting an awful lot of mutants in this. We've got Rocket Raccoon, and he's in his like little leisure suit get-up that is from the newest Guardians book, which I got to say, I have not read. Have not had a chance to read that yet. I apologize, I'm letting you guys down. I don't quite know what's happening in that book or why he's got a suit on. If anybody wants to tell me in the comments below, please, please do. We also have Monica Rambeau. And yes, the longtime rival and also earned friend of Beldan. That is Raxor, the scroll that I told you a lot about in yesterday's video. So yes, we got Beldan and we got Raxor. That is really, really cool. I'm just going to start, I think, with Monica Rambeau. Just go right to left here and see what we got. Monica Rambeau. Boom. Nice little close-up there for you of her. And she's just blasting out of that sculpt. It's pretty dynamic, actually, the way they sculpted that. Looks good. Take a look at her card. Monica Rambeau, set number 41. Comes in at, 150 or 50 points. Avengers, Cosmic, Police. Come on. Where's Next Wave? Where's Next Wave? Come on. Give me a little Next Wave love. We've got a trait, Speed of Light. When Monica Rambeau uses phasing, teleport, or running shot after resolutions, roll a d6. On a result of 4 to 6, choose one. Action total by +1 until the end of your turn, or you may place her in the square she occupied when given the action. Ooh, that's awesome. Okay, she can running shot out of that space, get a pretty good swing out of it, and then pop back into her original space to keep her a little bit safer. I think I'd be choosing that one more often than not. Living Energy is a special movement power. Phasing teleport. When Monica Rambeau uses it after resolutions, she may make an attack. Ooh, but only to target an opposing character she moved through this turn, regardless of adjacency, range, or line of fire. So actually, Speed of Light, 2 great options there to pair with that. Oh yes, US Avengers. That's where this one is from. 8 clicks long, 7 range, 3 targets, penetrating psychic blast, has that special movement power, gets running shot mid-dial. She's actually pretty great. She has Cosmic Energy as a team ability and Avengers as a team ability. That is cool. All right. Woo! I'm a big fan of that. US Avengers, actually, there was another cool crossover that happened, No Surrender. And it was kind of all the Avenger teams coming together, including US Avengers, had a really cool combination of writers working on it. And I think that event, it was all self-contained in the Avengers books, but there were some really cool solo books that came out of that as well. There's one specific, Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch. Well, it's not even Scarlet Witch, just kind of Quicksilver dealing with, it's a reckoning of his arrogance and how he's shut people out, and he's really just, it's kind of like Last Man on Earth, but it's Quicksilver, and everybody else is frozen in place, and then all of these like other images of himself start attacking all of these people that he cares for, and he has to fend them off. But again, he's all by himself. It's like, you know, the Earth, everything else on Earth is standing still as he's still moving so fast, which I think is him dealing with the spheres and stuff. They did some really, really cool stuff in that event, and it was kind of quiet, and I don't know that everybody read it. Also really worth looking into. I think it was like a 16-issue run between all of the Avengers books, and it was really pretty cool. So it's really awesome to see her from US Avengers in this set. Let's go now to Rocket Raccoon. Again, he's got his little leisure suit going on here, little orange t-shirt. Very Bradley Cooper from that movie he did where he was set in the 70s, and it fits because, you know, he's the voice of Rocket in the MCU. All right, here we go. Rocket Raccoon, Guardians of the Galaxy, and animal keywords. Also has follow-up, which is awesome. We saw that earlier with Madam Hydra. Once per turn for all characters with a follow-up trait, make an attack using Rocket Raccoon's printed combat values, but only to target a single character hit with an attack made by another friendly character with the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword. So it really just making sure that you're utilizing your team formations. You're not just out there punching away with one guy trying to do all the damage on the board, setting up your attacks so you can have these follow-up attacks. I think it's really cool, and it encourages a different level of strategy in the game right now. Okay, on the back of the card, you could take a look at his dial. He's 5 clicks long, comes in at 50 points. Guardians of the Galaxy keyword is always cool to see now. I mean, team ability, because it wasn't around for a long time, so that's neat. I like that. Okay, but yet another hero. Okay, let's go to... I want to wait on Spider-Man just for a second because I want to get into why Spider-Man's in this set in the first place. So let's go to Storm. Okay. Storm. It's a nice, ooh, I gave you a little fake out there. Sorry, guys. It's a cool sculpt. It looks like her costume that she's using in the new Hickman run, where she's a big part of the Marauders, and she's doing a bunch of other stuff. She's on the Quiet Council. Let's see, she's got Wakanda, X-Men, Deity, and Ruler. She also has the rally die mechanic on hers. Free, remove Storm's rally die. If you do this turn when a friendly character begins a move within her range, they can ignore elevated terrain for that movement, which is pretty cool. So she's kind of like picking them up with the wind and like moving them onto a piece of elevated terrain. That's cool. Also has a special attack, down, burst winds, energy explosion, and knockback. So she's helping people with her wind on her friendly character side, and then she's breaking people down with her burst winds on the other side. She's only 4 clicks long there. Yep, special appearance in Marauders 13. But yeah, not too shabby. Only 4 clicks long. So we're getting a lot of these lower pointed mutant pieces in this particular set. You know, I don't know. I'm seeing all these longer dials for the people that are involved in the Empyre event itself, and then kind of feel like these X-Men ones are coming out of left field a little bit. But what I do appreciate as I look at this set is it seems as though we're picking up the pieces of sets gone by as well, which is always nice because sometimes we go through and we get a set and we're like, hey, where was this figure? Where was this character? Why didn't we get this? And then we have to wait 2-3 years to finally fill out that team or that particular, the missing pieces from that set. It seems like we're really getting a lot of those pieces in this set. You know, Anome from Future Foundation and getting Storm and Jubilee from the X-Men sets gone by. So that is cool. It's picking stuff up like that. And I feel as a fan of the game that if I can start picking up pieces that there's not really a sub-theme for me in this one. It's pretty much kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a grab bag set a little bit is what it's kind of looking as I sit here and look at the actual distribution of characters. It is a little bit of a grab bag set, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I actually think it's kind of cool. I'm hoping for more Heralds. We'll see what we get. Anyway, all right, moving on to Spider-Man. Now, this is Spider-Man, of course, and that nifty Fantastic Four get-up that he has. And he is called on by Franklin and Valeria Richards on Earth. And it's actually a pretty big mission that they end up having to go on. The Kotati are fighting the combined might of the Skrull and the Kree joined together. And they start to see cracks in their plan because just the might of these two massive armies, plus the Avengers, plus the Fantastic Four, plus everybody, all the other heroes on Earth, they're starting to feel maybe a little too much of a challenge for the Kotati. So the Kotati set out to figure out a way to break the peace up. And the way they want to do that is to remind everybody of why they fought in the first place and how much hate they have for each other. But the only way they can do that is, I think it's called like an omni-wave device. I mean, come on, Fantastic Four. There's something called the omni-wave device, I believe. And it's been used over time. And what it is made for is to broadcast directly into people's minds imagery or facts or stories or anything along those lines. Now, when the Fantastic Four were in space, when they ran out of gas and they ended up on that planet with the Grandmaster's sister, the Profiteer, she was running a battle simulation using two children that were specifically engineered to be the avatars of hatred for both the Kree and the Skrull through ceremonies within their own civilizations. And these two little ones were raised hating each other wholly. Well, the Profiteer gets a hold of these two, and she puts them into holographic versions of the greatest Kree and Skrull battles that have ever existed, and then has people place bets on whether or not the outcome will change based on these two combatants, or it will stay the same, or how a victory will be achieved. Will it be achieved the exact same way that it was when the battle was actually fought, or will it be different this time around with these two children who are consistently killing each other over and over again for the delight of betters on this planet? I cannot remember the name of it's like a Colosseum planet. I can't remember the name of it, but they end up, Franklin and Valeria are told to stay on the ship. They don't. Franklin and Valeria go into this casino because it's also a casino world as well as, it's all about betting. Credits are worthless, but they have their own monetary units that they use in the casino, and the Profiteer is gaining a lot of wealth here. And they go into the casino, Franklin and Valeria, and they're like, you know what, we're going to rig the games. I'm going to use my massive intellect, and we're going to win a ton of money, and we're going to buy the fuel that we need for our ship, because the reason they end up on that planet is because the Thing is recognized by one of the Profiteer's minions and is tricked into fighting in the arena. And Johnny acts as his manager. It's this big, silly way to get gas, to get themselves home. They end up meeting the Profiteer, but at the end of the day, once Ben sees these two kids fighting each other, he's like, that's not going to stand. And all these hijinks ensue. They end up bankrupting the casino completely. The Profiteer is left with nothing, and they say, look, we'll give you your money back and your casino back, but you got to give those two children. And they take these two kids, right? So back to Earth, and the Omni-Wave machine, and the Kotati wanting to use it by hooking these two little kids up to it and then sending out their genetically engineered hatred to everybody in the armadas, both on the Kree and the Skrull side, to get them to hate each other again and start battling each other. And if that happens, then the war will be 100% lost. The Kotati, who have their own death blossom on top of a vibranium pile in Wakanda, will shoot that into the air, and they'll kill all the, all the humans and all the Skrulls and all the, so they need to stay unified. So the kids call on Wolverine and Spider-Man, who happen to be in the city and have their old Fantastic Four uniforms, and then Franklin and Valeria and Spider-Man and Wolverine end up defeating the whole plan for the Omni-Wave machine to be utilized. So that's why Spider-Man's here. That's why Wolverine's here. It was a very long story, but that is basically the Fantastic Four Empyre side story complete there for you. If you want to read it, it is a lot. It is fun, but you might not have to. If you just heard that and you think you're good, then I'm glad I was able to be of service to you. I spent my time reading it, so you didn't have to. Okay. Last but not least, we have Raxor. Raxor we talked a lot about yesterday. He is the Skrull representative in that particular battle between him and Bel'Dan, that years over years battle that they had. They ended up becoming friends. They ended up finding Teddy, and they ended up actually bringing peace to the two races, to the Kree and the Skrull. So Raxor played a big part for a very long time in this conflict and eventual resolution. Too bad he was killed by an apple tree growing out of his chest, which was very weird. But you know what? Beware the trees, they say. Skrull, soldier, spy, and warrior. He is a captain, just like Bel'Dan. Has a trait. If infiltration fails, attack. When a friendly sidekick rolls for shape change, after resolutions, you may move that sidekick up to 2 squares. Also has a special movement power. Have I shown you what a commotion tentacle looks like? Charge and flurry. Now, let's take a look at this team ability for Skrulls here for a second. Shape change, but only succeeds on a 6. If the character can already use shape change, instead increase the result of its roll for shape change by +1. But each of these Skrull spies, any of the sidekicks that Raxor is going to be helping, they're going to be rolling shape change on every single attack that they have levied against them because it's within their team ability. So they're going to be sidestepping basically a lot and maneuvering a lot, which is pretty cool. I would love to run Raxor and Bel'Dan together and then a ton of their minions and see how much damage and repositioning and tying up we could do with just those two groups of people. Let's look at the back of the card here. 8 clicks long, just like every other captain. 70 or 45 points. Has some special movement powers there on the top. And 11 attack with Blades, Claws, Fangs. Not too shabby. Also leadership there. So there you go. Captain for the Skrulls in full effect. I'm going to put him over here with the rest of his team. Now, I think I said today I've got a couple of bonus things for you all to take a peek at. So let's get right into that. I'm trying to decide. First and foremost, for Clicksgiving, we will be showing you another Disney Plus What If style figure that will be coming your way with the release of the set in 2021. You can see Spider-Man here. It's kind of like Crusader Spider-Man, almost. Give you a little glimpse here at the dial. Yeah, a little support there. Super senses, some charge. Defend, not defend, but also, it looks like Quake actually there. That's cool. Comes in at 75 points and is set number 16. So that's another look at one of the sculpts from the future set for next year. Now, they didn't send the cards over. I didn't want to spoil too much, I guess, but you can see that shield there. I don't know, is this like Spartan Spider-Man or is this like Crusader Spider-Man? I don't know. I haven't watched the Disney Plus What If series yet. I know it's supposed to be incredible. I just haven't had the time. But yeah, that first click, you got some charge. Looks like you've got some Quake there. Can't tell. Maybe that's exploit weakness, not support there. Exploit weakness, Quake, super senses, charge with a 9, 11, 18, and 3. Definitely is going to have some traits as well. And holds his stats pretty nicely throughout the first 3 clicks. So there's a little sneak preview for you there. And you know what? I should leave these guys up on the table, I guess. I showed you the Daredevil with the sword the other day. I'll put him back up here too. Over in front of Uatu, who actually, Uatu we haven't even talked about. I don't know, we might get a Uatu in this set because Uatu like all of a sudden explodes out of some dude's head at the end of Empyre. It's also kind of crazy. And then we're also going to look at one of the primes from this set that we're pulling from right now. I was super excited to see this guy because I think you guys know I'm a nerd for Exiles. Now, I told you a little bit about the Black Panther that we should be getting. We should be getting like Black Panther with like a space suit the Excelsior Star Sword because he utilizes it in protecting Wakanda for Empyre. But this is a Prime, and this is T'Chaka the Second. T'Chaka the Second. Now he's from a different Marvel timeline. He is the son of Storm and Black Panther. He's fully grown. And when you first meet him, he's exploring, looking through the wilds of Wakanda. He's seems like a little bit of a treasure hunter, like a Black Panther meets Indiana Jones kind of thing. He's got this talking lion that he walks around with. He happens upon these ruins. He walks inside. Claw is waiting there for him. Claw hits him, with that sonic wave. Probably would have killed him, but the Time Brokers from the Exiles yank him out of his particular timeline and drop him on to a new Exiles team. That's right, T'Chaka the Second from Exiles. I think it was the second set after the 100-issue run of the original Exiles. A second one came out, I think, in 2009. Blink was there, a bunch of other characters. And this T'Chaka, there's a Forge on that team too. He has a really strong relationship with Forge. He's wisecracking, he's really lighthearted. He doesn't take everything as seriously as his dad. So let's take a look at the card for this T'Chaka. T'Chaka the Second, Exiles, Wakanda Ruler, and Warrior keywords. Set number 47B comes in at 45 points. Distracting banter. Once per turn, when an opposing character within range makes an attack, after all re-rolls and die replacements, you may roll a d6 and subtract half the result before finalizing the attack roll. Whew. Also has showing off to impress the ladies, charge, flurry, and stealth. Let's see how many clicks of that he has. The top 3 clicks, 18 defense with combat reflexes there. Leadership all the way down at 45 points. Blades, Claws, Fangs. Pretty cool. Yep, Exiles #1 in 2009. It was a short series. You can check it out. It's a one-evening read. But I loved this character. I loved the lightness about this Black Panther. So go ahead and check that out. And there you have it. Day number 3 of our HeroClix unboxing for Marvel's Empyre. Happy Clicksgiving to everybody. Thank you so much to WizKids for sending me so much stuff to share with you guys. I know we've already seen the miniatures game. We've seen primes. We've seen some of the new sculpts from a set that is months away from being released, which is awesome. Some extra super rares, some extra primes. They just wanted you guys to have as much of a sneak peek as you could possibly have. Tomorrow's going to be day 4 of the unboxing series, as well as day 4 of Clicksgiving, and I can't wait to share that with you. But before I do, let's see. We still haven't seen any of these Venomized X-Men yet. I'm really, really excited to see them. I want to see this, Mr. Fantastic in the Iron Man stretchy suit. Definitely want to see that. Haven't seen a ton of the stuff on the outside of the box. Hulkling, Emperor Hulkling with the Star Sword, Excelsior. So I'm very excited what the possibilities are over the next couple of days. As far as what you guys have seen so far from some of these sneak peeks for the Disney Plus stuff, tell me in the comments below what other characters from the Disney Plus Marvel stuff would you want to see in Click's form? Is there any particular take on a character or different version of a character that exists in that, or is there something more mainstream that you would like to see from Disney Plus show up in a HeroClix set? Tell me in the comments down below, and I'll be there, of course, to hash it up with you on what we've seen in the set, or chat with you a little bit about that question. I got to say thank you so much to each and every one of you for watching. Like I said, hopefully this set will be in your hands at some point in December for the holiday season. I know that you guys can't wait to play it, and it will really be like Christmas for everybody. Like I say, when I do these unboxings, it feels like Christmas morning. Got to say thank you again to Hyper RPG Studios, where we film these awesome things, If you haven't seen their Twitch channel or their YouTube channel, please look them up. They have so much awesome content. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And on their YouTube channel, they have archived episodes of Indomitable, which was a really cool role-playing take on HeroClix that yours truly was a part of. So I will see you back here tomorrow for day 4 of our HeroClix unboxing for Empyre, as well as day 4 of Clicksgiving. And until I see you, may all your rolls be critical hits.